So cleared out the studio entirely and just reconfigured it to get more space for the next developments or the next cycle of work. Just getting stuck in this morning. So I created this drawing wall, and there's a plywood board, stuck to the wall here. So on Saturday I had a discussion with the curator and just sort of caught up with the different developments. I have a delivery that should arrive sometime this week, and in the meantime I'm just going to work out a few things on paper. The last one I sort of killed it. But that's what I'm here to do, is define the boundaries. So I went too far with the other one, so I got to strip away all of the excess things and then build it up rather than just leap ahead. So yeah, just playing around, just sketching with the last of the materials. But it's certainly nice to work at this scale, and as it's on paper, to not feel kind of any restrictions here. I mean, it really functions as a sketch. So I've done a couple of kind of preliminary experiments here, but I'm still thinking about other materials that could be useful or could be harnessed. Again, weight is an issue, so I need to reduce the weight at the larger scale, and so yeah, just working on that in the back of my mind. So so leave it there. Tuesday. I've done a few experiments here this morning, used the last of my material. I've reset the drawing area here, so I realize I don't have any soft materials like charcoal, which would be good just to keep moving here. Still no sign of the delivery. Everything's washed and prepared and ready for it to touch down. I got responses to different grants I had applied to. Yeah, I didn't succeed in either one. What does that mean? Nothing. It's good professional practice to sharpen your language in terms of when you need to write these things, to flatten your practice into words. And I never rely on those kinds of things. Basically, I would spend periods of my time working, saving money so that I could then have periods in the studio. So that's kind of how I've got along this far. So everything arrived. Now I just need to mix up my paint. It takes a little bit of time. You got to do it right. So yeah, I'll pick it up tomorrow. It's about 4 p.m. here. Spent all morning, first of all, mixing paint. I feel like I've entered a different phase of the work here. It's a lot more deliberate. It's more considered. So I feel like I've less to show or less to record or to document. Yeah, because in the beginning you're doing a lot of these you're doing lots and lots of smaller experiments and tests, and then you carry that forward. But now I think it's time that I'm sort of processing this in a different way and slowing down, and yeah, so a lot less to show in the immediate sense. I think it's going to be a longer process now in terms of to do it right and to do it well from the beginning. So yeah, gonna leave it there for today anyway. So I made it to Friday. Didn't have a chance really to do anything yesterday. The well has run dry, so to speak. Normally under these circumstances, I try to meet up with some friends and, fill up again, try to get some new ideas and maybe go to an exhibition or go to a concert or something like this. Having said that, I was contacted about a commission, so that really took my time yesterday and much of today, just doing some material studies, almost like feasibility for the scale that was requested. So I'm feeling the weight of the last 4 months, and normally you can be quite buoyant. That's fine. You're able to push along with that once you're seeing some kind of progress. Once you're able to negotiate or once you feel as if you're processing things and you're turning corners. But when you hit a wall, I feel like I've hit a wall this week, and the main issue I'm finding is one of scale. I mean, it's perfectly fine working at 35 by 45 and so on. But to me, they're almost just like suggestions of what I can see in my mind and what I'd like to manifest. I'm so much more interested in the human scale, the arc of the arm and the shoulder, and I mean, that's why I got this larger paper in. So, you can free up these whole different kinds of movements. I just think that unless you can master at the smaller scale, or unless you have a level of confidence with these materials at a smaller scale, then I really think it's pointless to try to jump into this larger scale just for its own sake. So that's it. Just a lot of chit chat this week. All talk, no action, as they say. Take care of yourself. Talk to you again.